All Nigeria has to change for new. If you are a drunkard, you don't go to work, you drunk all the time. Stop it. And if you are a liar, you need to stop it. If you are a ritual killer, you need to stop it. If you indulge in kidnapping, you have to dodge it. Although there is kidnapping in the Bible, Tinubu needs 24 hours prayer from all the good people in Nigeria. Buhari and Goodluck is the worst government in the life history of all the president in the whole Africa. And this is the right time for Obi to forget about the torture in what? In the court. Because all the people that work with Buhari, they have saved heaven. If somebody can steal 150 billion, 150 billion, if Justice Department can expense all type of money, and all the money we put on the Nigerian air, they need to probe all these people, set up a committee that will not take bribe. And then the EFCC need to be restructured. It may fairly have a lot of things to tell Nigerians. A lot, they must not. The custom office, Ali, and all the people in customs and in the justice, in everywhere, they have a lot of stories to tell Nigeria, how they handle our money. Any pastor caught with anybody during the week, praising or disturbing the peace of the streets, they should arrest those pastors. There is no new government. Iwanya will still Iwanya. Then Bajabi Amila is still Bajabi Amila. Then Karigo, Okeyomi is still Okeyomi. Marcus is still Marcus. But he said there is no amount of rain pour on a leopard that can change his skin. All Nigeria has to change for new. If you are a drunkard, you don't go to work, you drunk all the time. Stop it. And if you are a liar, you need to stop it. If you are a ritual killer, you need to stop it. If you indulge in kidnapping, you have to dodge it. Although there is kidnapping in the Bible. When you look at the book of 1 Samuel 30, 1 to 10, and when you look at the book of 1 Timothy from 4 to 11, he said, I created some people as hire killer who do go and look for people to sell. And when you look at some of the governors in Nigeria, some of the great people in Nigeria today, some of them are what? They sell human part abroad. They kill people here, they kill the young ladies and everything in the ocean, everywhere. They've just caught one in an hotel in Osun State. He said he has killed about 77 young ladies, and it's a lie. It's more than that. You remember the one that happened the first time, where they saw a whole 3-bedroom flat. They used that place as a slaughter room. They saw bags, headwear, bra, everything in thousands. So they harvest and put all this thing. You know, when people tell you abroad, you are on the waiting list to get a kidney. Where do you think they're going to get the kidney? Is it from goat? Is it from ram? Is it from donkey? It's from human being. So the new government, we should all put a hand on deck and support him. He said, pray for Israel so that everything around Israel can be what? Can be what? He said, pray for your leader. Tinubu needs 24 hours prayer from all the good people in Nigeria. So what we are expecting, whatever you put into the soil, you can buy a tuber of yam. And from that tuber of yam, you wanted to fry 4 eggs to cook part of the yam and eat. The yam will not fight you. And you wanted to use part of it to do pounded yam in the evening. That will not fight you. But remember you said you want to plant. Then you cut this small part of it and put it in a big heap. You are just wasting your time by gathering those sand together to the heap. Because the yam you put into it is what you put into the soil, that the soil will turn back to you. You remember maize? When you drop one maize into the good soil, you see what happened? So automatically Nigeria has learned their lessons. We suffer a lot in the hand of the Goodluck Jonathan. We suffer a lot in the hand of Buhari. Buhari and Goodluck is the worst government in the life history of all the president in the whole Africa. They are worse. They don't know their left from right. By 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, Good luck Jonathan has already taken his vocal and sleep. While Uncle John Wheeler is rattling with the government pause. Then the finance minister, then Uncle John Wheeler and Alice Madweke, they were busy doing worse. If you cannot speak Igbo in the finance department, Ministry of Finance, they won't employ you, and their time is past. And when you look at the record, making now 47 years ago that a Southerner has been controller of customs. These are things which this new government has come to replace. And if you wanted to work in this time around, according to Professor Jerry Gann, he said if you wanted to be a carpenter, do it well. If you wanted to be a organizer, do it well. If you want to be a lorry driver, drive well. Don't carry the truck to the middle of the road and be siphoning the diesel inside the tank and be giving the man who want to put food on your table for you, who help you to use his money to buy the truck. Don't push him to face trouble again. Let everything goes the way it's supposed to go. Then when you look at it, Nigeria is supposed to tell Tinubu, this is where we're going to stand. We will go back to FAMSA. We will return back Operation Feed the Nation. So if Operation Feed the Nation, because we should use this as government to change the food basket. At Irua, in Oyo State, that is where Awolowo put all what we are eating. In Delta, in Roboland, in Isoko, in Asaba, in Agbaru, because we have food bank. Awolowo will buy cocoa from those people. And when it's very down or very high, he will give them seedling again. He will give them loan. This is what we want in this government, so that everybody can be busy. We should use the policy of Erasmus Akimbola. He said he believed if somebody is digging soccer with him, somebody will be using the waste for it. He was digging out from the ground to go and fill where there's a pothole in the streets, so that everybody will be free and sleep well in the night. And look at the issue of the oil subsidy. They want to use that to put his government into what? Into trouble, into anarchy in the streets. But with the help of Oshiomhole and those people who knew who has the honors how to go around the workplace to share. And this is the right time for Obi to forget about the touch in the court. Because already they have already installed a man. We should wait and see what he's going to do. Tomorrow it could be his turn. Because he said he will fight and run away, then live to fight another battle. He should not do it like the one of Tinubu, Abiola, who said it's do or die. At the end of the day, he died. He said he either do it or die, but at the end of the day, he died. So it's better for you not to cost yourself of the things of the world. So the new government is going to pay Nigerians. We are going to have a lot of changes in the monetary side, in the economic and everything. Yes, because we will see he did that before. What he did in Lagos, that's when he was governor first time and second time. We expect it's going to be a miracle again to turn the thing around. But we are still going to live on taxation. We are going to live on what? On taxation. Everybody should pay tithes. And because all the pastors, he has to even make sure he gives them a good fight. Rather for Nigeria to pay tax, they pay tithes, which is very wrong. But then you are expecting good road. You are expecting good light. You are expecting all these things. You cannot get it. You can never get it. And that's the reason why everybody working Ikeja electricity everywhere, they should know how do we turn things right. And if the government said he wanted to probe, that means he didn't have an idea. He has nothing to do. So he has inherited a lot of trouble from Buhari. So I must be ready to do it. When you marry a woman whose husband died, so you don't need to think you are going to meet the woman in the house, maybe still a virgin, after 4 children. Then if you now marry the woman, after some 3-4 days, you have whooping cough, coughing. These are the things you brought together. So manage it. So this is not the time now that anybody should complain at all. And when you are eating adalu, maize and beans, if they sold that to you in Ibadan, and you met gravel or granite or the pee of a goat inside the beans, is still part of what they sold for you. It's only you that's going to disengage those things that is not part of it. That's all. So, brethren, I'm trying to tell you, the new government is pregnant with meanings, and is pregnant now. Let's see, because it's going to give back to good government. And then he has to do little probing. Because all the people that work with Buhari, they have saved heaven. If somebody can steal 150 billion, 150 billion, if Justice Department can expense all type of money, and not the money we put on the Nigerian air, they need to probe all these people, set up a committee that will not take bribe. And then the EFCC need to be restructured. It's not compulsory that a policeman should head the EFCC. A disciplinarian, a professor can head it. Who study economics, who study criminology. We can bring them from any part of the world. It could be Igbo, it could be Hausa, it could be Bibio, it could be from Delta. No problem. So that the government can move forward. So the government needs a lot of, what he needed from us is more than what we need from Tinubu. Tinubu is not Minister for Mines. He's not Minister for Labor. He's not Minister for Economics. He's not the CBN manager. The CBN manager can have his day by stealing. Look at the other rubbish, useless CBN manager. The longest one for now, but namelessly will still cut off him. Cop up with him. That's Emefiele. Emefiele have a lot of things to tell Nigerians. A lot. They must not. The custom office, Ali, and all the people in customs and in the justice, in everywhere, they have a lot of stories to tell Nigeria, how they handle our money. And then they should call back the minister for transport, and all of them, they need to come and give an account. Because Buhari was too loose with them. So that's it. So what we are expecting is we should return the toll gate back, which Tinubu, which Obasanjo, because of the love and the interest in the business of Dangote, knocked out all the whole toll gate in Nigeria. If we are going to rebuild it now, it's billions. So automatically, we need toll gate back before it's 1 year in government, so that we can raise money on the high street, so that we can put two computerized toll gates, just like the Easy Pass and everything. Then all the licensing, the transport and everything, even with the fuel. It's going to do a lot of things, because some people have 10 cars in their company, filled up because the petrol is peanuts. And if somebody can buy a land of 500 million, 2 billion in Banana Island, within the state of Nigeria, then ask the person, where does he get the money? We need the thug, we need the bastard, we need the moron, we need the thief, we need everybody this time around to make sure we turn Nigeria around. If kudo to Asarek Nikibo and kudo to Topolo, I never knew that it was when they were trying to grow. That's what made them be. They are gentlemen. They were gentlemen. They love this country. They are doing well for this country. And all the pipeline, all the youth around the Niger Delta should talk to Tinubu how they will try and make sure and put terrible security at those places. And all the people doing bomb free. And we need a modular refinery like the one of Canada. They should give the license out. And then all the people helping us to sell our fuel and all the refinery, we should not wait on Dangote refinery. Dangote is a private entity. We know some people knew that one day subsidy will die. That was why they rushed into that place. We should still try and bring back our Kaduna refinery, and then see all the whole refineries needs to what? To start working. So that the people can have this petrol like water. So they can go and buy from anybody who pleases their mind. If you go. In those days, 71, 72, 73, we were not young. We have premium, we have super, we have unloaded, we have everything in the pump. But it was during the time of Babangida, during the time of Babangida, everything was just PMS is PMS. So it's not so. All these things need to be restructured. And people should try to stop the detraction. The spirit of detraction should be taken away. We have a lot of fake pastors enough during the election time. We have a lot of fake prophet in the city. We have it all. Even somebody was even saying Tinubu will die by 2023. Now, if Tinubu should sue those people, he said that means an animal, a goat, is fighting millipedes. But you should leave it to them. But what we need, and the churches need to be restructured. Hanging around the church during the weekdays, they should pass a law for this. Any pastor caught with anybody during the week, praising or disturbing the peace of the streets, they should arrest those pastors and take them to a psychiatric village to test their brain. Because they are mentally derailed, they are mentally unbalanced, they are disturbed in brain. So that's the reason. Because when you look at the book of Exodus 20, he said we should keep the Sabbath day holy. One day, which is Sabbath day. Look at the Jews, the Jew in London, look at Jew in America, look at Jew in New York. They don't know the time for prayer. Then after prayer, they go about their normal job. How can you be waiting for somebody that has trouble and you said you're a pastor? And when you look at Redeemed Deeper Life and all those places those days, about 10 years ago now, nobody called on singles to come out for prayer because virtually everybody is single now. Everybody in Redeemed is single. Everybody in Adegboye church is single because they follow the rule of the church. And the rule of the church is not what your husband is going to give you as a template in the house. Every day is program. Holy Ghost morning, Holy Ghost night, Holy Ghost afternoon, Holy Ghost midnight. We don't need all these things. The medical said you need 8 hours sleep every night. But if anybody should call you for 40 days night vision, how is he going to do that deficit in the dream? In the dream you're supposed to have, the good dream you're supposed to have, about your head. Then before you know, but God has been punishing those pastors now. They don't have peace again.